Alright, welcome all of you to the 2021 Empire War 1v1 Space Cup. Today, this broadcast will be a group stage match in the Group A between the high seed number 1 Flopode and the low seed number 2 Cap in their group. I'm your host, Nico, and I'm really looking forward to this matchup between a couple of newcomers. So I'm really interested to see some of the strategies that they're going to try to use today. We'll go ahead and get started with the bands. We'll go ahead and start with the low seed. We'll go ahead and get the map bands underway. And he bans Naboo. Pretty safe ban for, I said yesterday, it was a pretty safe ban for a newcomer. You can't ban Naboo twice. Geonosis, another good map ban, I would say, for the newcomers. And he bans Polis. Alright. Respectable, respectable. And he picks Coruscant. I'm looking forward to this already. So Flopode will play Empire, Cap will play Rebellion on Coruscant, and game 1 of this set is going to be underway momentarily. Alrighty. Gotta adjust the camera real quick. And so yeah, Cap off to a pretty decent start. They're both off to fairly decent starts, actually. Flopode reinforcing the middle, TIE Fighter. But Cap a little slow on his base mine. And Flopode's going to have a lot of time to actually get mid set up. So I'm going to go ahead and take back what I said on the decent start. Because Rebellion needs to send something middle, like ASAP, at the start of the game. Looks like he might be forgiven. He might have gotten a free pass. I'm wondering... Okay, so Empire looking to build 2 turrets. The missile in the middle. Missile out here. What do we have here? Laser? But Empire gets 3 turrets up, so they're going to have, like, no money. And of course, Rebel does get the merchant dock. So Rebels are going to be hard-pressed to do any... Oh, he's coming in with IPV right off the gate. That is not what I expected to see here. And of course, he's coming in with 2 IPVs in the middle. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not something that we would see in a normal Coruscant match. And if these Empire turrets go down, Cap might be looking at a very early victory. I'm not going to call it, of course. I can't call it yet. But with 2 IPVs just locking down the middle, the fact that Flopode wanted to sink in 3 turrets worth in the middle, unfortunately, it just is not going to seal the job against 2 IPVs. Like, they're going to out damage these missile turrets. He bought 3 missile turrets in the middle. A little bit of a skirmish down here in the bottom left. Flopode. Now this is interesting. I don't know if I've seen anything like this before. That is very peculiar. The IPVs, you guys need to hit this turret. You're gonna die. All for nothing. Cap does win the bottom left, and he puts the mine up. He's gonna reinforce middle with his X-Wings. Hopefully it's not too late. But having lost both of his IPVs, if all 3 turrets go down and both of Cap's IPVs go down, it's almost a stalemate. However, Cap will have a 1 mine advantage, and still no upgrades have been bought for income. Besides, the only upgrade that's been purchased is the Empire engine upgrade. So, unfortunate tie warp in right here. It just got almost immediately just demolished on warp in. For those of you might not be familiar, the warp in, when you're warping units in, they have a damage modifier. They actually take more damage. He really wants to win this melee, though. He's committing 3 TIE fighters to this fight. And meanwhile, Cap is just putting up more mines. Cap's already got a 1 mine advantage. He's about to have 2. If this, this is a wonderful distraction. It's just sending in more TIE fighters. They keep coming. And Cap is just going to reinforce middle while he's got all this free time. Now, Flopode's taking a book out of Cap's playbook and sitting in the IPV. Cap has to retreat to his turrets. Now, Cap's got 3 turrets going up here in the middle, plus 1 mine. Watch out for the canister. No, don't kill yourself. Seems to have not. These turrets need to hit the IPV, and he does retarget the IPV. That IPV should not last very long. So we just have a mirror now of what happened about 3 or 4 minutes ago, where Empire locked down the middle turrets, but Rebels just brought in IPVs to clean it out. Now, Rebels have locked down the middle turrets, and Empire's bringing in IPVs to clear it out. But these IPVs are not lasting very long. These missiles are making short work of them, unlike before. And the fact that it's 3 mines to 1, this is looking like pretty Rebel-sided right now. Rebels they both finally bought mine upgrades. Empire has a tier 2 mine upgrade, but with 1 mine versus Rebels having 3, it's not looking good for Empire. They need to somehow eliminate these mines. Empire hasn't even bothered to check this mine down here. One thing I think Flopode should definitely focus on is, instead of tunnel visioning, going all tunnel vision on that one fight up here, is send some of his ties down here to eliminate this. It would make handling this situation a lot easier. Because this is not a good situation for Flopode to be in. He's now brought in 3 IPVs to deal with the middle, plus built a turret. And Rebels just teched up because they can. I mean, they're sitting on a fortress here. A fortress of turrets and income. One turret down. Two are still remaining. This one's not really doing a whole lot. And we get a Nebulon. Immediately built a Nebulon. Probably not the choice that most would go with. Especially in Empire at War. That might be more like it. The Corvette might be the better play. Or even like a Han Solo to deal with this turret. This Nebulon's going to take a lot of damage, unnecessary damage. It's not like it matters anyway, because I think the game is over, but he's going to warp in more Nebulons to just basically assert dominance and lock down the middle. Definitely solid turnaround by Cap, no question about it. I think that Flopode had a little bit of, Lanny described it as, in the chat, as tunnel vision, and I agree. He just kept warping in ties like endlessly, right here, right in this position, in this vicinity, and it was not productive for him at all. I mean, he sunk so much money into trying to win the middle back, and now he's sunk even more money into teching. I mean, at this point, I guess he thinks he has to because he's down in tech and he's down mines, but it's lost. The game is over. At this point, it would be better off just conceding and going to the next, I feel like. We got a Cryptide, thanks for following. We all love Empire at War here, and that's why we're all here doing the tournament, so stick around. Many events to come, especially in 2021. We have a lot of big things planned, so make sure you join the Discord community. Links are all over the Twitch page. Cap is just getting all of these mines up and running. He's going to solidify his economy, make sure that he has enough money to finish the game off with Nebulons, I guess, that's his current plan. A futile attempt, as the one IPV just gets completely swarmed by Corvettes and a Nebulon. We've even got A-Wings coming in now. I think a couple of veterans might be happy to see A-Wings. The A-Wings are, I think, considered superior fighters if you ever get the chance to buy them. They're just so rarely purchased in EAW that here we see the strike team going to take out Flopode's last mine. And Flopode will have nothing to deal with this. Pretty effective. Definitely cost way more than he needed to spend to take that mine out, but like I said, the game is over. Flopode electing to get reinforced armor. So, and he buys an ACK. I mean, at this point, having that last mine get popped, he's completely out of money. I think his plan here is to maybe try and just slow roll his way into the middle, but he has to know that this is going to be short-lived. Axe being quite paper thin. Cap should just go ahead and roll up on the station. The longer that this gets drawn out, This Ack is having some unfortunate maneuvering, and now he's just put himself in an awful spot, and he's going to get completely annihilated by 3 Nebs. That was unfortunate pathing. Not even sure if Flopode intended for that to happen, but that's what happened. He just got he 180'd himself around, and then showed his rear right to 3 Nebulons, and had no chance of survival. Yeah, we know Will always appreciates the Y-Wings, so we've got Cap bringing in Y-Wings. Ode to Will. And as you can see, Cap is just sitting on a whole mound of cash. He's up to almost 8,000 credits. The credit display score, by the way, is the first 3 digits are the first 1,000 of Rebels, and the last 3 digits are the first 1,000 of Empire. So imagine Rebels is at 9,700, 800. Empire's at 4,300, or I'm sorry, 450 credits. Can't talk. So yeah, you can understand just how now, of course, 999 means they're over 10,000 credits. That's what happens when you got double mine upgrade and 5 mines. And this station won't last very long. While we're on stream, I actually just received word that Star Wars Empire at War is on sale again on the Steam store. So it's on sale right now for $6.99. Pretty decent price. It's the gold pack, so you get both Empire at War and Forces of Corruption. Go pick up the game if you don't have it already, or gift it for your friends for the holidays. And yeah, get in on that Steam multiplayer action, because that's how we're playing here. And we have a Game 1 victory for Cap. As we can see, Acclimator 5 IPVs. Of course, this doesn't break it down by faction, but we do know that the 5 IPVs were 2 of them were Rebellion and 3 of them were Empire. Yeah, the whole middle play shenanigans and the tunnel vision really kind of set Flopode back. I think he was already losing at that point, but the decision to just funnel all of his units there made things a lot worse for him. So we'll go ahead and get game 2 underway. Alright, he picks indoor. I was going to type out the map bans for him, but indoor is not banned. Can't find it because I'm blind. Apologies for those in the audience. I don't have Lanny's overlay yet, but these matches are coming fast, so we just have to cast what we have. I think he's keeping you posted in the chat, though. Cap is up 1-0 to Flopode right now. So this is game 2 of the set. Cap will play Empire. Flopode will play Rebellion. And let me go ahead and just jot this down real quick. and we will be off underway. So Cap, as Empire, is going to get both of his base mines right off the top with his starting units, but Flopode, as Rebellion, is going to go ahead and establish a middle, and he'll have plenty of time to do that. Now, this is pretty much exactly what he did on Coruscant, where he just immediately established a middle, but it ended up costing him the game because he just overcommitted on building turrets. A little slow here. Whereas Cap gets a laser turret and mine built. Now he did send a unit down here, but ended up not building. He actually brought that up to the middle to start the dogfight, and then peeled one back off to go down. This is good by Cap. This is really good play. This is something we don't see a lot at this level, and he's contesting this area, although the mine hasn't been built. And actually, Flopode is not looking too good right now, because he didn't even build the mine. In fact, he has nothing built. So Cap got up there before he was able to even react to building the mine, and now Flopode's having to commit reinforcements to build his other base mine that he never built. Meanwhile, Cap is putting up his second base mine. So at this point, Cap could win this fight and just win the entire game already. He doesn't necessarily have to. He's already kind of ahead. He's already really ahead. But, so yeah, I mean, at this point, just commit and win this fight. And we're looking at GG already, because the fact that he was able to just even stop him from building this mine as Empire was enough to prevent the game from, like, getting out of hand. But now that he's dead, there's nothing left that really can be done. I do wish that Cap had built one of these turrets if he could have afforded it. It looks like he's just continuously buying units, though, judging by the credit indicator. I mean, he just keeps warping ties in. He keeps warping in ties up here. He's warping in ties down here. He does have a tie sitting here. Get that over to the other base mine down here. And Cap's play is looking kind of clean, actually. Go ahead and put a turret up if you want, or just go ahead and get rid of that base mine. I would probably go for that other base mine if I was Cap. There you go. Peel a unit off, get over there. The ties, the sheer amount of ties is just what overwhelmed Flopode, but I'm not sure if that's why he lost. He lost because just not getting anything. He had turret. He was able to put a turret up. He was able to put this mine up. He never even went to this mine. So it's just like a trifecta of just bad events that unfolded for our dear friend Flopode. He did win a dogfight. There's actually like 6 ties here, although I think he did peel a couple of them off here. And we see bombers! Watch out! That is unprecedented. Will is having a great time watching this, although I think he does prefer the Y-Wings. Here's something interesting. Oh, okay, we do get Y-Wings. Hello. Hello, Will. So we do get the Y-Wings. Flopode is catching up a little bit. Unfortunately for him, this is happening, and nothing can be done about that unless he decides to go over there. He does pop the mine. Go ahead and get those Y-Wings out of here, though. Those TIE fighters are going to come That's unfortunate.
Space station has been
Hit it.
upgraded.
Hit it. No. No, he wasn't even targeting it. He was just passing by. He did not pay attention. He could have popped that immediately. Ooh. Alright, well. We do have Empire up 2 mines with a double tier 2 mine upgrade. Yeah, see, Rebels did have the firepower upgrade. I think he could have popped that turret if he was paying attention. This, of course, being an Ion Nebula, so these turrets don't have shielding. He could still pop it if he committed, but it's a lot of units to have to commit, and they're gonna die. I do hear a Boba Fett. Hello. He is Tech 2. Cap did hit Tech 2, so... Flopode, of course, only able to buy X-Wings. Boba Fett will just even further seal this game. Goodbye. And he's actually going to concede the match. So we do get a 2-0 sweep from Cap in the group stage from Group A. Cap versus Flopode. Cap takes a 2-0 victory. Of course, I will wait for him to leave, and he does. So, yeah, there you have it, folks. I'm going to go ahead and get them in a little quick post game. Welcome, gentlemen. Oh no. I appear to be unable to connect to Discord. That's a new one. We get all the technical difficulties here at EAW. There we go. Hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
So, congratulations to Cap on the 2-0 in the group stage. Looked pretty clean, especially on that match 2, Indoor. Looked pretty clean from Cap overall. What were your thoughts, Cap, on your strategy going into both matches? You have any?
Shit. I'm sorry, my English is not the best.
That's all right. I mean, you looked like what happened is like both matches. You kind of did a little bit of the same, where you more or less allowed your opponent to like secure mid, and then you just came and like made him eat his money. Like he didn't really reinforce mid on Indoor, but on Coruscant, like, you know, he put up 3 turrets, and then you just came and like wiped the whole thing out with IPVs and turned the game around. And I thought that was a pretty good strategy. Doesn't always work, of course, but it worked for you, so you was able to help snowball you into victory.
Yeah,
it looked like you attempted the same strategy on Endor, but he elected to not buy the turrets, so you had to sort of improvise and go back and buy your mines. It does look like you're now leading your group. Well, you're tied with Will, but you are the first. You are the number 1, or you're the number 2 seed. So.
Number 2.
Will,
okay.
Of course, being the number 4 seed. You and Will are tied for leading your group, and yeah, are you guys planning on playing today? Do you know?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you know if you're planning on playing Will today? In your group?
I don't know how to answer this question.
That's all right.
I'm sorry.
No worries, no worries. So yeah, Flopode. There was something that we noticed on stream. Uh, your response to on Coruscant, your response to losing mid was basically you started committing like a lot of TIE fighters to a dogfight, and it ended up like you ended up winning the dogfight, but ultimately like you lost a lot of money in that. And I think that if you both of you should definitely go and rewatch like the broadcast to see where I think you guys can improve your gameplay. That's something that we do mention is that you definitely sort of funneled a lot of ties into the mid area on Coruscant after you'd already like it already been cleaned out.
Yeah, the thing is that I thought that he had control over the mine in the left side of the map. So I thought that there was no point into trying to contest it as he already have it controlled. So I just thought that if I turned the situation around in mid, I could just took superiority in the map and then clean the base mine and go for the base.
Gotcha. Well, um, good games to both of you, and looking forward to watching you guys play your future matches. I think there's supposed to be more matches in your group today, so we'll look forward to that. But yeah, we'll go ahead and wrap this up. Good games to both of you, and congrats to Cap on the 2-0 in this group stage match.
Thank you.